My name is Catherine Williams Murphy, and the name of the show is Catherine. I am your host. This show will feature personality interviews, current events, and special performances. We will be promoting unknown and little-known artists. Today's special guest is named Mr. James Villarreal. He's a Latin teacher that taught at Charles W. Henry School in Mount Airy back in the 60s. My teacher, my favorite. He made it an honor for us to come to school, waiting to learn Latin. Vestis rerum reddit means clothes make the man. Manus manum lavat mean one hand washes the other. Elephants non caput murim mean elephant non caput, non caught the mouse. It was so delightful seeing him teach us. I was just so excited, learning Latin. Today, he's a dream therapist. Oh, wait till you hear his perception of his therapy. Without further ado, Mr. James Villarreal. Welcome. Welcome to Catherine.
I am honored to be here with one of my very beloved students. I've often said of the William Stevens family that our blood flows in the same veins. There is such a closeness between her generation, her sisters, and even her children are very close to me. Her son, he says to me, I'm your Bernard. There's an incredible closeness. I was at her son's wedding this summer. When a teacher is a teacher, is a teacher, is a father, is a lover. One of the books I'm writing about teaching, the working title is Teachers, Paid Lovers. And when I would walk into a classroom of all mixture levels of teachers, you would have in the same classroom CEOs, children living in mansions, and children who came to school with lots of sufferings and lots of pains and lots of poverty, but they all were in one loving group. These children taught me, within the first couple of years I was teaching, they taught me, Mr. V, love me the most when I deserve it the least, because that's when I need it the most. If I'm getting a Nobel Prize and everybody's cheering, I'm not in desperate need of love. When I'm broken and suffering and my heart is broken, that's when I need your love the most. They taught me that. And even though we were paid every 2 weeks, except when we were on those terrible strikes, I don't think I needed to pick up my paycheck. Because when I walked in on Monday morning and I saw these eyes, my pay was already there. And the tremendous creativity that I had as a teacher, somewhat naturally, I didn't study to be a teacher. I was learning to be a Catholic priest for 9 years. But when I came to teaching, and these children, everything we did was songs and excitement.
Yes.
And hand motions and loving, and I didn't have to holler and scream at kids because I loved them and they wanted to learn. Remembering those Latin quotations so well and the meanings for your life, clothes make the man, and so forth, that she still remembers them in other songs is a miracle. But the fact that she recognizes the unbroken love, that is an even greater miracle. On my television show, which is on Comcast for 12 years, Channel 52, Tuesday and Thursday at 2, 6, and 8, with 250,000 people watching.
Yes.
640 original shows. On that show, the motto, a beautiful art motto done by one of my clients,
Yes.
it says in Latin under it, with a whole lot of happy children and things, it says this, Quam mirabile, what a miracle, what a marvel, est, it is, discipulos laete discere, what a miracle for children to learn, students to learn happily. Not like Shakespeare said, knowledge makes a bloody entrance, learning should hurt. That is incorrect. Learning should be a fulfillment of joy. That's why when I taught, it was such a multi-sensory, involved, emotion-filled. Everything was wrapped around with hand motions and songs. I used to jump up on top of the desks. When I was teaching, I would explode chalk off the blackboard, and I'd walk around the room and hug kids and surprise them. It was never some boring teacher standing up looking down at a manual. It never was that.
Never a dull moment.
And the moment I walked in the room with a shout, "Salve te discipuli," and all the kids would yell back, "Salve magister," and I'd leave after a half an hour with another shout of joy. And the children in the next room could hear all the joy from the other room. They couldn't wait till I got in there. And when I walked in the room, the whole room would have their notes out and their hand up like this. And for discipline, instead of screaming and yelling at kids, "Stop doing this," we would have a game, which she still and her sister still remembers. Maturity check 1, maturity check 2. By the time I'd hit 3, it was a great game. Every child in the room would be sitting like this.
And I'm still doing it today.
And they didn't want to get a baby mark on the baby rattle on the board for their side. The boys or the girls didn't want to get a baby rattle. And if they got up to a certain amount of no baby rattles, like maybe up to 6 or 7, they got a prize, they got a party, they got something, because they were getting loved. If a child is made to respond to loving and positive, he doesn't grow up thinking, "I need attention, so I need to act out and get hollered at."
Yes.
And too many children have that at home. And when they find a teacher who's all positive and loving, their whole life blossoms. They can do almost anything.
Yes.
It's a pleasure to be in this interview with you, and my work, besides all the teaching that I've done for 33 years, I've been a psychotherapist, a dream therapist for 32 years. I speak at conferences all over the world about my work. I write books about inner life and dream work and teaching. There's something very beautiful just published on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and put in Dreams Final Edit, you'll see a magnificent piece about how dreams work in my own therapies. It's like waves coming to the sea. Catherine, you've been at the ocean and looked at the beach.
Yes.
Have you ever seen a single wave that is told, "Get back in there, you're not allowed to come out, you're ugly"? Every wave
comes in.
And let's make our hands like the sand. You see how our hands are? That is exactly how I taught. Every single feeling and wave and emotion. No child in my classes ever gave a wrong answer, ever. If a child, I asked the question, what is the distance to the sun? And some little child might say, it's 100 miles. I'll say, that's a good answer, good try, very intelligent thinking. But every single thing that a child did was rewarded, everything. When we do our dreams, every night, every dream that comes up is welcomed, no matter what it is. And your life force, the light that brought this woman here, is saying, here comes your dreams on the sand. You are lovable and acceptable with everything that's in you. That's the deepest message of all dreams. In just a few weeks in Boston, on WBZ, that's their largest station. It covers all of New England, and every night 38 states listen. I'm going to become a regular guest from midnight till 2 a.m. WBZ, it's on AM, number 1030, and you can hear it in Philadelphia at night very clearly. And I'm going to be talking on a regular basis about dreams and how they work. The guests who preceded me on that show are world leaders, are authors of many books, the heads of corporations, and Mr. V is going to become a regular guest on that station starting June the 6th, Sunday night. I look forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you.
And especially, not just on this wonderful show, but I really look forward very much to being with your family and sharing the life of your family and your children and your daughter's child. We were at her shower yesterday. Your daughter's child's going to be a wannabe Mr. V grandchild. Because the children that I've taught, 18,000, There's never been a separation. When love begins, it's unbroken. So I thank you for having me on your reality show.
You're so welcome.
And for the excellent technical support that you have here. Very fine.
Thank you.
And it was an honor to come the day after your other episode when the world-famous Chiquita Green, who is such a performer, who just doesn't have a gift, but not only gives her voice, but gives of herself and even her funds that she earns to many great charities.
Yes.
And it's an honor for me to be in that company. My beloved students who have gone forward and fill my heart with joy whenever I see them. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on, Catherine. And as your student, I'm just so overwhelmed that God gave me the chance to be here on TV with him instead of his classroom, because I'm still in his class. Okay, this is Mr. James Villarreal, and may God bless you all, and thank you for viewing us today.